Don't tease till they give me your knees. So smooth when you move to the groove, in the crude, baby. Back it up on me. Yeah, I love the style where you got bass. So won't you back it up on me? This a girl a wine in a time. I move around like she don't have no spine. The next thing, don't she find? She have the rest of them a wait in a line. Oh gosh, champagne a pop and we so frost. Weed in a spliff, no allow that. Girl, back it up, make me hold that. This girl's on a level right now. I match to the bass and the trouble right now. Wine for the real, let my crown. Bedroom pulling up and I'm back down. Fast, fast, slow, slow. Anywhere you want, baby girl, go. Bounce up and down like a pro, go. Girl, you want it, they know, yo. Real on the scene. Heavy movement, you and your team, yeah. Them can't intervene, right? You know I love that style where you got bass. So won't you back it up on me? I love the way you whine in your pop waist. Don't tease till they're making me all right. So smooth when you move to the groove, you're the truth, baby. Back it up on me, yeah. I love that style where you got bass. So won't you back it up on me?
Back it up on me, telling me that you want me, baby girl, if you loving tonight. Right, baby, I'm in town. Know that it's going down. You know that I'm only here for one night. You know what he won't do, really won't do. Yeah. You know why I probably put that thing upon you. Right. Looking at you, looking like you really want to. Yeah, nothing on this earth, baby girl, I won't do. Girl, cause we turning up. Shots on deck, cause we burning up. Take you back to the telly, throw it up. Take you back to the telly, throw it up, girl. Throw it up. Oh, yeah. Looking at your friends like you don't care. Girl, cause the Grey Goose is in here. Oh yeah, we inhale.
You know I let it style where you got bass. So won't you back it up on me? I love the way you whine in your pop waist. Don't tease till they making me on knees. So smooth when you move to the groove, in the truth, baby. Back it up on me. Yeah, I love the style where you got bass. So won't you back it up on me?
I'm a mermaid.
I need you, yeah. I need you.
I'm not allowed to play again for you. I can't lie to you. You know why? Because I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Come me here and take it big. You will take it too. You know why? Because my when you look good. See your friend said it. I call her present my girl. Will you marry me?
Yes, I will.
Love and carry.
Yes, I will.
To love and to hold.
Yes, I will.
Reach up for.
Not too sure.
Will you marry me?
Yes, I will.
To love and to hold.
Yes, I will.
Reach up for.
Not too sure.
For the love.
Not too yes, I will marry you. I will pon it for you. If you give me chance, I will cook for you. Now my head will carry you. Oh yes, I will marry you. I will pon it for you. If you give me chance, I will cook for you. Now my head will carry you.
The day you agree to marry me, now that day your story change. Because I will show you love. I will give you care. I will give you kabagi. Give you that chicken hair. No flower, say we can't run. I will make you real big you. Now not back at you. When you go away by your own neighborhood. When they see you, respect. Now the only thing they will give you. The only thing you will like. Now they won't. What you not ask me for? You won't feel your head at night. You won't play your news. What you won't do? You won't go up to chill. You won't go to a place. Don't worry. You already get a mental sorry. Smile now. Can't hug me now. You won't kiss me anywhere. Go ahead and kiss me now.
They know that I want you. I can make it without you. Don't repeat that can't do the things you not do for me. Baby, can't let me fall for you. I want that you want to like you. Can buy me all the good goods. Oh.
Sure, I've been waiting too long for the car business under the hustle.
Wow, you get wow. You hear about the app in Liberia called Minida right here?
Minida? Why Minida gotta do anything?
Minida is a ride-sharing app in Liberia that making transportation so easy. You can download the Minida app on your phone and be able to request bike, taxi, keke, big bus, small bus, all around Liberia. And the good thing about it, every time you open Minaida app, Minaida will always provide you your pickup address. All you have to enter is your destination address. Destination address simply means where you are going.
So I need internet service?
Yeah, you get it. Of course, you need internet service. You have to be able to use your internet service and download Google Maps first. Secondly, you have to go into your phone settings and turn on your location. And then you download Minaida app and begin to request ride all across Liberia. We're all fighting for a car and we're all spending long time on the road.
So how do I connect to drivers?
You get it very easy. The drivers will also sign up and follow the same instruction I'm telling you now. They would be able to turn on the location in the phone settings and download Google Map and download Minaida Driver app. And then the moment you make a request, the driver will be able to receive your ride request. And another good thing is your family members and your friends from all around the world can be able to request ride for you in Liberia. You get.
So how do I pay?
You get. All you can pay with is your bank card, and you can pay with Lone Star or Orange Mobile Money.
Is that easy?
Yeah, that's how easy it is. You get.
So me now that transportation may easy. Oh, thank you, my brother. Let me go download my app, yeah. Hey, transportation may easy. Oh.
For more information on how to download Minaida app and use Minaida app, you could go over to YouTube and search Minaida Liberia.
Come and worship with us at Global Impact Ministries International, where the nations gather to worship. In search of a church where there is integrity, accountability, excellence, opportunities with pastoral care, and the fear of God? Well, then come and worship with us. Global Impact Ministries International is located at 801 MacDade Boulevard, Collingdale, Pennsylvania. Global Impact Ministries International is a place of worship and spiritual growth for you. Come and join us on Sunday for our divine worship service at 10:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Also, on Tuesdays, there's Bible study at 7 p.m. And Thursday, there's a Power Night service at 7 p.m. For more info, call 612-702-2418 or 215-594-9103. Also, you can email us at globalimpact777usa@gmail.com. Come and be blessed.
Do you know that maintaining clean and sufficient amount of oil is the perfect solution to preventing too much friction and overheating of your car engine? Remember that dyke particles are deadly to your engines. So too is the use of the wrong kind of oil. Stop using recycled oil products on the market. Sonoco Premium Super Fleet Engine Oil is now in Liberia. The Premium SAE50, Premium 15W40 for both gasoline and diesel engines. Once there is an engine, Sonoco has the lubricant. You can now change your engine oil after every 3 to 4 months. Since 1886, Sonoco Oil Company is supplying oil to over 85 different countries around the world. With Sonoco products, there is no more damage to your engines. Macintosh Incorporated, a Liberian company located on Weaver Street, A.B. Talbot Road in Pinsville, is the sole importer and country distributor of Sonoco and other U.S. lubricant brands. Call cell numbers 0880-535-508, 0777-677-633. That's your quality assurance.
Hello, my name is Winfred Russell, and I'm running for mayor of Brooklyn Park. With my vision of one Brooklyn Park, I will continue to drive to build a city that works for every resident. It is essential to safeguard our community in ways that reflect the wants and needs of all. Brooklyn Park must be guided by its residents, business leaders, and other stakeholders who invest in its success. I want more community input to help inform critical decisions, such as how the city should approach public safety, affordable housing, public health, and economic development. My goal in the next 4 years as your mayor will be to connect the dots between our hopes for the city's future and being a good steward of public resources. You see, vision can come from many places, but smart cities realize that engaging their community members in the city governance process leads to better answers and deeper public ownership of their future. Under my leadership, Brooklyn Park will become second to none, so our peers can look to us for best practices, innovation, and inspiration. So rather than working towards benchmarks, we will become the benchmark. So for an experience you can trust, vote Russell for mayor. You can vote now at the Brooklyn Park City Hall or on Election Day, Tuesday, November 8th. Thank you.
Richard, why are you looking so down?
I just broke up with a long-term partner, newly single and looking to meet somebody new.
LiberiansConnect.net connects single Liberians in the diaspora and Liberians in Liberia for love, friendship, dating, and marriage. LiberiansConnect.net is a membership-only website. You will not only connect with single Liberians, but also with singles of other nationalities who want to date Liberians. A private link will be emailed or WhatsApp to you where you can download the app to use on your smartphone for easier access. Take advantage of the promotional membership package from now until December 31st, 2022. The platform is free. Membership fees renew at only $5 a month beginning January 1st, 2023. LiberiansConnect.net, private, affordable, secure, connecting single Liberians home and abroad.
LiberiansConnect.net, exclusively Liberian.
Do you need a car?
Ready for an upgrade?
Then come to Sika Motors, sole distributors of Toyota vehicles, Mitsubishi vehicles, and Yamaha motorbikes, genuine accessories and spare parts.
You name it, we have it. We have the 2022 brands of Toyota vehicles. Select from our new Toyota Starlight,
Toyota Belter, Toyota Rush.
We've got the best deal in town through our Sika Motors financing schemes with selected banks, EcoBank Liberia and UBA Liberia, starting at the lowest as $500 USD. You won't believe these prices. Come for quality, reliability, and durability. Take a spin and let's make a deal.
Sika Motors on the UN Drive at Sayotown, Bushra Island, or call Sika Motors on +231 775 987 758 or email cmarketing@cfao.com. Sika Motors, drive with confidence.
We all know the headache we go through sending money to our loved ones, friends, and family in Liberia. High fees, long lines in banks, the usual complaint of the system being down, such a waste of time and energy. That is why I was very happy when I learned that SendWave is now in Liberia. So now I can send money anytime from anywhere directly from my smartphone to the MTN Lone Star Cell mobile money account of a loved one, friend, or family within seconds for just a tiny fee. So download SendWave now to your phone from your Apple Store or Google Play Store. Add your details, and don't worry, they are very safe and secure. And start sending money today. Don't forget to insert the promo code COSTA to get free $5 credit added to your first transfer. SendWave is secure, super fast, and by far the most affordable way to send money to Liberia. I'm Henry P. Costa and a very happy customer. Thank you.
Good morning, brother.
Yeah, good morning, Costa. And good morning to our many listeners. It's good to be here on a Tuesday, the 11th day of the 10th month.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Good morning to everyone. Good morning, good evening, um, good afternoon. It depends where you are in this word. We are very glad to be here, as Boak I said. It's a beautiful day. We thank God. Every day you see, it's a beautiful day. Every day you see. You know, a few days ago, um, we lost a great woman. You know, she was not a political figure. She was a woman of God. She was an educator. She was she was a moral leader. We were friends on Facebook. I believe I even chatted with her one or two times. I did. The Reverend Dr. Keturah York Cooper. She she was such an industrious woman. I mean, she was a role model for so many young women. And I didn't even know she was sick until the night she passed. She passed away at Johns Hopkins, well, the best hospital in the United States. And she lived in Liberia, but she came to the U.S. for treatment. And Dr. Keturah York Cooper, you know, I watched her from a distance. I followed her. You know, quite impressed by the remarkable woman that she was and the impact that she made. So I just wanted to find the time to just briefly eulogize her, just, you know, offer my condolences to her family, her loved ones, and her church. You know, she was pastor of what's the name of the church? Somebody please tell me. I do know her church. Right there in Central Monrovia. Her church is in Central Monrovia. I'm just forgetting the name of her church. Dr. Keturah York Cooper. Uh, really broke my heart. Really, really broke my heart. Hmm. Hey, Bob Boy. Huh.
Man, I tell you to say anything, yo.
Hey, Bob. Empowerment Temple. Thank you very much. Okay, we'll have that conversation later. But I give you what? Two thumbs up. I say nothing again. Yeah, come on, in trouble. Okay. So she was the pastor of the Empowerment Temple, Dr. Keturah York Cooper. Such an industrious woman. Amen. When I heard she passed, I don't believe I ever met this woman. I don't believe I ever did. But it felt as though I met her. She had, in so many ways, from afar, so, I mean, she reminded me a great deal of my own mother. She was a warm, decent woman. Uh, oh man, I swear to God. And she's dead and gone. So I just want to say to all the members of the Empowerment Temple Church, I want to say my sympathy to you. Not only you, this loss is not only yours, it's ours as well. I feel it. She was a great woman. To my dear mother, Clara Riggs, you say you were a member of her church. I'm sorry, as your pastor. You know, may God rest her. Um, may her peaceful soul have eternal rest. May she find solace in the bosom of Abraham, the Reverend Dr. Keturah York Cooper. You know, there are lots of good people. Just because they are not loud like Costa doesn't mean that they're not important. Very important people in society, you know, and
some of us are only on the stage where everybody can see us, but there are people doing great things. And I was a big admirer of this woman. I really admired her for a long time. Yes. Well, life goes on, right? Life goes on. I just want to say, um, you know, yesterday I did some work, closing up shop. Did some papers. I've got two more assignments to do, and this week two more assignments, Poakai, and I am done. So last night, yesterday morning, I submitted my criminological theory assignment to my professor, Professor Dr. Raymond Carr, a former FBI guy. Was in the FBI for many years, so 30 years in the FBI. So he when I looked up my portal in Canvas, the man graded my paper 0. Okay, this is a 10-page paper, 10-page paper with lots of research and 6 references. I mean scholarly references. The man graded me 0. So then he made a comment. This topic was not pre-approved. Please contact me. I said, Lord have mercy. I reached out to him. I messaged him, I text messaged him, I emailed him. And every now and then I would just check my email to see whether he replied. He replied me. He said, Henry, you're a good student, but please next time constantly check it. Because we were instructed to submit our topics for approval. Once your topic is approved, then you can proceed to write podcast. That's what we're told to do. But I didn't see that email. So I told him, I said, sir, I'm sorry I did not see the email. And then he said, okay, you're good to go. My man, I worried, my man. You know what I mean? I did a 10-page paper and then the teacher paid me. He gave me 0. But of course, he accepted. So now my final grade in criminological theory will be something like 1996 or 97. Yeah. So I'm very glad about that. So yeah, last 2 papers and I have my master's degree. Beautiful. We thank God for that. We thank God for that. Now, Baga, let's move on to yesterday we forgot to, talk about our friends at Sika Motors. So I didn't know CFAO is a parent company of Sika. I didn't know that. So that's good. That's very good. They were the ones that provided that grant to the community to build the public latrine facility. Yeah. Fantastic. So if you're in Liberia and you're looking to buy a brand new vehicle and you don't have all the money to pay cash down, but you have a decent job, a steady job that you've held for years, and you earn a reasonable salary, and you're one of the select banks that Sika Motors does business with, you can go to Sika Motors today and tell them Bwaka Kamara sent you, Henry Costa sent you, Sylvester Tevez now sent you, Emmanuel Weah sent you, Anthony Heron Costa David sent you, and George Guer sent you, aka Mr. Lasby Vuvuzela. Tell them that we sent you and that you have a decent job, you earn a decent salary, you don't want to buy a second-hand car, you want to buy a brand new vehicle, and you can afford to pay full $500 a month. Sika Motors will review your financial situation, and you might get approved, and you'll drive away with a brand new Toyota vehicle for as little as $500 a month. Isn't that amazing? That is amazing. That's what we call in America financing, auto financing, or car note. We call it car note. The car I drive here in America, I never bought it cash. I ain't got money to buy that kind of car cash. So I pay money every month for it. Yeah. You know, that's what I pay for that car. Every month I pay. But I did make a significant down payment though. That's the point. So I made a decent down payment. I will not tell you how much I made my down payment, but I pay over $600 every month for that car. I enjoy the car. It's a beautiful car. It's a nice car. So America, you don't got to buy anything cash, huh? Yeah, and that's what Sika Motors. That's what they bring it to you. You can drive away with a brand new Toyota vehicle, and you don't have to pay cash down. That's brilliant. Kudos to Sika Motors. They're the only ones doing it in Liberia, right, Bogai? Do you know anybody else?
Nope.
Nobody else.
Yeah.
Only Sika Motors. Drive away with a brand new Toyota vehicle. Every month you pay $5, $5. You good to go. Good to go. All right. So we're gonna move on to something else here, okay? The cross-border trade of rice. Okay?
Yeah.
The cross-border trade of rice. You see, unfortunately, we can't stop it.
Nope.
And the reason we can't stop it is because Liberia is a member of ECOWAS. The countries they are crossing into to sell the rice are also members of what?
ECOWAS.
And we are all parties to something called the ECOWAS Free Trade Agreement, which means I can go to Guinea and buy pepper. Where do we get our pepper from?
Guinea.
Where do we get most of what we can get from Guinea? But let me when Ebola struck us in 2014, and we're talking about closing the border with Guinea because it came from Guinea into Liberia, right? Or Sierra Leone into Liberia. What was our biggest concern about closing our border with Guinea?
Pepper, getting pepper, gramping, you know, lot of commodities.
Most of our peanuts.
Yeah.
In fact, over 80-90%, there is no official data on this, but the overwhelming quantity, the overwhelming volume of our peanuts comes from where? Guinea. So we rely on Guinea and more than Sierra Leone. We do more trade with Guinea than we do with Sierra Leone. Right, Baga?
Sure.
So pray tell me, we get beta cola, everything. Keep naming the things we get from Guinea. And you all know. So the point is, we are members of the Mano River Union, and we are also members of the ECOWAS body. And so you cannot restrict cross-border trade. And you cannot call it smuggling. It is not smuggling. No, you cannot. People have the right to go into Guinea and buy whatever. People have the right to come into Liberia and buy whatever. But here's the thing. Here's the downside. That's true. We get slippers, we get clothes, look, we get so much from Guinea. In the region, Baga, we do trade with Guinea more than any other country, right? That's true. And we rely, and this trade is skewed. Baga. When I say skewed, here's what I mean. It's not balanced, which means Liberia buys more from Guinea than Guinea buys from Liberia. But what does Guinea buy from us?
What much? I'm thinking.
The reason you're thinking hard is because there isn't much that Guinea buys from us.
Yeah.
What does Guinea buy from us? Let's be fair. Guinea does not buy a lot from us, folks. You will not find a lot that Guinea buys from us. So because of the ECOWAS free trade arrangement, it's hard. You cannot stop people doing cross-border trade. It would be in the sharp contravention, which might come with punitive action. ECOWAS can act against us for doing that. So because of that, you cannot stop Liberians or Guineans from coming into Liberia and buying our rice, which is usually cheaper than the rice in Guinea. The rice in Liberia is normally, before this crisis, is normally cheaper than the rice than the rice in Guinea. The rice in Sierra Leone is also a little more expensive than the rice in Liberia. And everybody knows that. The only people who argue against that people who don't know anything. But those who know. So because of this is what I was educated on yesterday by a businessman. He called me. He said, Costa, did you know that nowadays everybody wants to do rice business? They are just buying the rice from Liberia, putting it in trucks, and crossing the border into Guinea and selling it, into Sierra Leone and selling it. He said, yeah. I said, but why would they do that? He said, here is why. Because rice in Liberia is cheaper than it is in Sierra Leone and Guinea. So the people put it on trucks and cross it into Sierra Leone and Guinea and sell it and make $2 to $3 per bag in profit. $2 to $3 in profit. That's a lot of profit. An importer goes to India. He loads an entire ship of rice, spends a lot of money. It takes weeks to get to Liberia. He pays APM terminals a lot of money to unload that rice. He pays handling charges. And then what happens? Even for him to make a profit is hard. But somebody in Liberia, Boga Kamara, goes there with 10,000 US. He buys maybe 1,000 bags or 2,000 bags or 500 bags. And Boga takes that rice and loads it onto a truck, and he drives it over into Guinea, and he sells it for $2 per profit per bag. So the man who brought his rice all the way from India does not make as much profit as Boga, who takes $10,000, buys 500 bags of rice, loads it onto a truck, crosses into Sierra Leone or Guinea, and makes $2 to $3 per bag. So Boga carries 500 bags into Guinea. $2 per bag. Okay, let's minus the cost of transportation by truck. Let's say Boga will spend about 60 cents per bag. So basically, Boga is making around $700 US on every trip, or $650 to $700 US dollars. Are you listening, Boga? So every trip, every truckload, every 500 bags of rice that Boga trucks into Guinea or Sierra Leone to sell there, Boga is making $600 to $700 US dollars per truck in profit. So if Boga moves one truck each week, that's about $700 US dollars times 4. Boga making $2,800 US. Boga not a big businessman, but he can buy 500 bags at a time. If Boga does this 8 times a month, $2,800 a month, I mean per trip. No, I mean this is per week. You multiply this 700 times 4. So that's 4 times a month, right? You multiply this times 2. So Boga makes 8 trips a month. That's $5,600 US dollars. $5,600 US dollars. So, because the rice is cheaper in Liberia, that's why our supply is running low. Because small business people are just waiting. The moment the rice arrives, you see the way the rice now comes, the way the ship has just arrived with all that rice. A good quantity of that rice is going to go into Guinea and Sierra Leone. There is no way you can stop it as long as the price is low. Now, what's going to happen? When you calculate and say this rice, this consignment of rice, and by the way, this rice came from Ivory Coast. Just so you know. This rice came from the Ivory Coast. The ship was meant for the Ivory Coast, and they just diverted the ship here. It's called MV Ken Star. M as in Mary, V as in Vani, Ken Star, Kenstar, MV Ken Star. That's the name of the vessel. The vessel that just brought the rice. The rice is at the port as we speak. The rice was brought in by SWAT.
SWAT, yep.
SWAT brought the rice from George Nemi. They brought the rice. The rice was originally meant for the Ivory Coast. The vessel was diverted to Liberia, rerouted. Now, listen to me, Buckeye. So that rice, let's say that rice is supposed to last us for, Buckeye, let's say that rice is supposed to last us for 3 months. But because the people are moving the rice over into Guinea and Sierra Leone in large quantities, small quantities at a time per truckload, but over time, large quantities due to the volume. So what do? The rice will not last us for long. Because the rice is being moved into Guinea and Sierra Leone to sell by small businessmen who are loading them into trucks and taking them into Guinea and Sierra Leone. If that rice is meant to last us for 3 months, it's probably going to last us for only 1.5 months. 1.5 months, okay? Because our supply is being diminished or reduced due to the cross-border trade. Now, you cannot legally stop them from doing it because it is legal.
Yeah.
You are buying stuff from Guinea. So you cannot stop them. Yeah, they said we consume about 1 million bags of rice a month. That's 33,400 bags a day. And you are right, Stephen Johnson, your data is correct because this businessman I spoke with yesterday, that's the same data he gave me. Now he said to me, Costa, imagine 33,000 bags of rice a day is what you need for Liberia. But of the 33,400 bags of rice a day, the business people are trafficking about 10,000 bags a day.
A day.
Of the 33,400 bags. Even if they are trafficking, I wouldn't call it trafficking because it's not illegal. Even if they are moving, let's use the word moving, 5,000 bags or 6,000 bags a day of your 33,400 bags you consume a day, you still have a shortage. So because of that, when you bring rice into the country, the rice will not last. The rice will not last because it's profitable for people who have their late 10,000, 15,000, they just buy it, they cross it into Guinea or Sierra Leone, they sell it and make $2 on it. So the thing is, somebody asked me that cost, then what do we do? It's a hard decision. You have to decide whether you remove the subsidy. I told the government remove the subsidy so that the rice price can go up a little bit. If the difference in price between the rice in Sierra Leone and the rice in Liberia is $1, no businessman will undertake that venture. If they are buying that same rice in Guinea for $15 and you're buying it in Liberia for $14, nobody will take it into Guinea to sell. If they're buying that same rice in Sierra Leone for $15 and you're selling it in Liberia for $14, nobody will take it into Sierra Leone to sell. Why? Because $1 will not be profitable any longer. The reason it will not be profitable any longer is because the cost of transportation into Guinea. So $1 is not incentivizing enough. $1 profit does not justify it. It will not even be $1 profit. $1 mark. The markup is a dollar, and that's not even profit because you got to deduct cost of transportation. So you need to bring the price up a little bit in Liberia so that the disparity in price between Liberia and Sierra Leone is not too wide. It's not justifiably wide to incentivize a business person to buy the rice and cross it into Sierra Leone and Guinea to sell. Does that make sense to you? But if the margin is wide, if the margin between the price in Guinea and the price in Sierra Leone is wide, I mean the prices in Sierra Leone and Guinea versus the price in Liberia, trust me, the people will continue to buy the rice and take it into Sierra Leone to sell. It happens all over the world. In Iran, for example, Bwakai. Iran has the lowest petroleum prices in the world. Bwakai. Iran, I don't know the price now at the top of my head, but Iran has the lowest petroleum prices in the world. And you know what happens as a result of that? All the neighboring countries to Iran, there are people who are doing cross-border trade. They go into Iran, they buy their petroleum products dead cheap, they take it into other countries, and they sell it and make money. It's happening all over the world. Even in Venezuela. Venezuela in Latin America has one of the lowest prices of petroleum products. People leave other countries, Honduras and Bolivia, those countries that are bordering with them, and they buy their petroleum products and take it into their countries and sell. So, Bwaga, as long as the price in Liberia is significantly lower to the point where somebody can make a decent markup profit-wise, the people will continue to come into our country to buy our rice and take it into their countries to sell.
Yeah, and it can be stopped.
No, legally you cannot stop it.
You cannot stop
what
it.
Can you do? You can remove the subsidy, allow the price to go up just a little, so that we can not necessarily create price equilibrium with Guinea and Sierra Leone, but we can move our prices up just a little to incentivize the importers to make it profitable for them to bring rice, huge quantities, and also to ensure that people from Guinea and Sierra Leone or people in Liberia do not buy our rice and take it into Guinea and Sierra Leone to sell in order to make a profit.
Yeah, but Costa, Liberians don't have problem with buying rice for even $16, because once it is 16 and we are seeing it,
you don't have a problem.
We don't have problem with it. That's
what was the price before this crisis? It was what, 14, right?
14.
14,
and the rest importers, the rest importers wanted to be 16.
Yeah, the rice importer wanted to add $2.
$2
to make it $16.
$16. And the government saying, no, you guys can't add $2 to make it 16. We will pay the $2. You don't add it on the Liberian people.
And because the government saying they pay $2, essentially, you know where the $2 going?
Nope.
Guinea and Sierra Leone. Well, kind of. Look at it this way. The so-called subsidy the government should be paying, people are buying our rice and taking it into those countries and selling it and making $2.
Yeah.
You want to know what I mean?
Yeah, because if they just agree that, okay, the issue about subsidy, the money that we pay the importers, we can use that money to invest in our hospitals and clinics around the country.
Electricity.
Electricity. Let just add a $2. Liberians have already agreed to go for the 16 because now they are buying it like $20-$30. We're looking for we can see we buying it at high price. So why is it that if we seen it and it tell us $16, we don't have problem?
No,
we just don't have problem. So it's just a government way of doing things that's getting us to where we are today.
Yeah, the reason they're doing all this is politics. They think that by artificially trying to keep the price low will benefit them politically at the ballot box. But it will not benefit them. George Weah's fate is sealed. He is a one-term disaster. I can call him president. A one-term disaster.
But Costa, they are doing more harm to themselves than good, because with just what we experienced the past few weeks, it ain't sent a good message out there. No. The Liberians.
If was a serious president, Mawani Dix has lost her job.
Absolutely.
Chikero said to the port last night because that ship came from Ivory Coast to rescue her. See her to the port, wearing helmet on, hey, acting like a serial woman. I mean, these people are jokers. For weeks, Mawani never opened her mouth as Minister of Commerce to tell us what was happening with the rice situation. She did not. Only for us to get her and go to the port. Well, I gotta go to the phone lines and take some calls there. Yeah. I'm gonna do something quick to come back. Yeah.
Okay. 077.
Go take some calls. I'm coming back.
077-0102-102-886-01038 355 102 102. The WhatsApp number is +231 888 624171. So this is just what we are talking about. The issue on how can we get the rice price stable in our country. Others are coming in, buying the rice, crossing it over to Guinea and Sierra Leone because the prices there in Guinea and Sierra Leone are high and our own very lower. So what can we do to solve this particular problem? Coming up on the following number 0770 102 102 86 01038 555 102 102. The WhatsApp number is +231 888 624171. The ladies line for our mothers coming up on 0888 848270. The ladies line 0888 848270. Let's take the first caller here. Good morning.
Good morning, Botai. Good morning, Costa, and good morning to our diaspora Liberians on the sound of my voice this morning. My name is Noah Saul Gibson. You know, Costa and Baka, you guys have said it all. But the issue of rice being cheap in Liberia, this is not the first of this kind. And it's not only rice, even gasoline. Gasoline, we got the cheapest price of gasoline in the sub-region as compared to rice. This has been as far back as the Taylor regime, as far back as from the Saleh regime. But this group of people who are in power today, when they were in opposition, these things used to happen. The very business people used to take the commodities from here and take it to Sierra Leone and Guinea.
Okay.
They used to make rice price to go up and all of basic commodities. They will incite the people, oh, we up. So this is not the first of its kind. It are always happening. But let me conclude on this note. I am calling on Senate 12 whoever government agency that is responsible to pay those of us who are working with the government, specifically those of us from the Senate. Today is October 11th, since September 30th, month ended. Some of us, we are not registered our kids. Like me right now, I'm very confused. Landlord is on my back. At the same time, I also get my kids' school fee to pay. My daughter hasn't started school. It's so frustrating. This is very serious. It's not politics. I'm serious of it.
Okay, Noah, thank you so much. Let's take somebody from the WhatsApp number. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. The Costa Show.
Yeah, your name is Johnny was from?
This is Dignas. I'm calling from Korea. Yeah, what happened is that the free trade agreement, there's a clause in it. In 2020, the end of 2020 and 2021, Ghana, there was a problem with onion production in Ghana. And they stopped shipping onion to Nigeria. It carried the prices of onion up in Nigeria, and the demand was high. Two, once during the cross-border trade, if one country decide to impose high tariffs on products from the other country, they are talking about locally produced product. They are not talking about input trade product. The rice is an import trade product. I mean, you bring it in the country and you sell it to the next country. According to the free trade agreement, ECOWAS, they are looking at locally produced product. Yes, we can stop the transshipment of rice because it's not locally produced product.
Okay.
So it can be stopped.
All right. Thank you so much. We'll have to take a minute per caller. 0770-102-102. Good morning.
Good morning, Waka, and good morning to Leader Petro Costa. My name is Chip. I need a chip back for our district 11. I'm so upset, sir. Leader, this rest issue is now an issue. I think this morning, intelligent news for that arrest are entering the country as a little help to us for looking at if the rest can maintain us and to maintain the population from now to next month or January. I was really looking at and just to bring of half shape of rest and people. I think the office was taking at the forum store. Yeah,
overcome my brother. The noise is too much in the background. Let's see. And the issue about not only rice now, we are getting information that the egg price, chicken egg, we can find chicken egg again on the market. So now we have at least moved away a little. I'm not saying completely. I'm talking about a little. We have moved away a little from rice crisis, because the rice, I can't just say we have moved away from it, because everybody now will go and buy the rice that have just were brought in by the government. Everybody will go. If I don't have rice to my house, I must make sure that I get rice to the house. So with this rice carry us for the next 1 month, will it carry us for the next 2-3 weeks? If everybody just go for a bag of rice in the country, how long will this rice take us for? And how soon are we expecting rice again in the country? Those are some of the things that we should be talking about. Those are some of the things that we should be looking at. Because if we want to depend on this ship that just brought close to 1 million bags of rice, how much bags of rice do Liberia consume a day? How long will this less than 1 million bags of rice take us? Those are some of the things that we should be looking at. So let's go back to the phone line and take this person. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yep. Your name is joining us from?
Yeah, my name is Wilbert Will, and I call from the airfield.
Go ahead, Wilfred.
Thank you so much for having me. Look, for me, nothing that this government is doing is surprising to us, because from the very let-go stage, we know that this government was going to do absolutely nothing to labor really Liberian people. How can you create a problem? You come back to celebrate when you have been given the responsibility to govern us, then you celebrate that you are growing rice. It doesn't add up at all. For those who continue to justify the salary, those Jowian or any nature we can call them, let them go about. The Liberian people, we are not speaking. There are few people that are on air speaking to these issues, but they are resolved waiting for 2023. The election would be as simple as A, B, and C.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's take somebody from the WhatsApp number. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Welcome.
Yeah, good morning. Is a call from UK.
Go ahead. You are live with us on the show.
Good morning. It's a call from UK.
Please stop listening to your receiver. You normally
hear you. Make your point.
So much noise.
Okay. He always call you on the show, so I don't know why he's listening to the receiver today. You call on the show here, you listen to me through your cell phone. That's all. Because there's a little delay in the live. Let's take this first. Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah, your name is joining us from.
Thank you, Bwaka. This is Jason Bemba, and I'm phoning from the Ralph Yahweh. Let me say this. I disagree with Mr. Costa on the issue regarding the rest. There's a government who comes to power and is yet to expand one joint in the private sector to employ our people. And there's a huge economic burden upon our people, right? Now, the issue regarding the border trade, the cross-border trade between Liberia and Guinea has existed a long time. The issue about people coming from Guinea buying where it has existed a long time. Any attempt for Mr. We have to increase the price of the way. I'm sorry, it is another company was saying carefully. Any attempt for Mr. We have to increase the price of bread against the already poor population that he yet to create job for, and the Ghana company will lead the second and you go there. I'm telling you, the only solution to this here, lower the taxes, so that already the government have fair enough created jobs in the private sector.
But there are no taxes on rice.
Okay.
But the crop working, it started long time, and I cannot be it.
All right, thank you so much. Cause it's over.
Yeah, but listen now, we didn't say cross-border trade of rice started ever since. But listen to me. We've always done cross-border trade of other things, not really rice. We've always bought things from Guinea, and particularly Guinea. But I don't remember where people been carrying truckloads of rice from Liberia into Guinea back in the day. I don't recall that. If anybody can remember that, please let us know. With all due respect, Brother Jason Bengba, I am aware of us bringing pepper, peanuts, coconuts, bitter cola, buckets. I'm aware of us bringing those things from Guinea. But if you are aware that this crossing or trucking rice from Liberia into Guinea and Sierra Leone to sell, please let me know. But I'm not aware of that. And I grew up in Liberia. So, but I'm not aware of that. So the reason this became a profitable business is because the price of rice in those countries, the prices are much higher than they are in our own country. We're not telling you, Mr. Weir, should increase rice price. No, that's not what we said here. We're saying, yeah, you have a difficult situation on how to fix this thing. And this subsidy is not working. I made it very clear to you. This subsidy is what put us in the problem, one guy.
Yeah.
Anybody who still wants their subsidy, yeah, then you got serious problem. This subsidy is not working. Remove the subsidy and allow the business people to add $2 to the price of rice. Rice was 14. If they add $2, it will go to 16.
16.
You rather buy a 16 where you can easily find it, or you won't be standing in long line begging for it and buying it for $25, $30 US.
Yeah, suffer and buy it $30 US.
Exactly. People were buying it for $30 US for a bag. They can't even find it. I say sell it for 16 where we can find it. Yeah, that's what I say. I'm not saying the government should increase the price. The government should remove themselves and allow the business people to add $2 to the price of rice. And I'm not going to change my position. I went to my man Fidel's store to look for rice. Okay, there's a Liberian guy, Fidel, a friend of ours. I was having a meeting with my COP people, so I wanted to cook some rice for them. A pot of fried rice. I mean, there's no rice. So I asked the guy in the store. Fidel was not there himself. The man said, we haven't had rice here for months. Rice is scarce. Even in America, rice is scarce. Even in America, rice is scarce. I'm telling you, in America. Let's take some more calls there, Bogart. So it's a big problem.
Let's take this person here. Good morning. Your name, where joining us from?
Good morning, Bogart. How are you? Good morning, Costa.
Your name,
yeah, my name is Sheikh Abdullah. Joining you from Cardwell Coffee Farm.
Welcome, my brother.
Okay, Bogart, let me just let you understand one thing. George, we are all of the traffic that George we have been carrying is in the war one time. War best one time. African best one time. European best one time. The Senate seat one time. So the presidential again, no, you're carrying one time. That's for sure, bro. Thank you for the time.
Thank you, my brother.
Is it my own analysis? Everything one time.
My man. But don't we are going. We moving, man. Bogart. That man's a joker. Bogart, do you know the whole crisis went on? That man never said a word?
Sure.
The man never opened him up to say a single word to us. Not a word. What kind of president? Your people are suffering to buy their staple food. You don't even address the nation. But when you heard national anthem play and saw the president speak, since early time, we've not seen that.
The man on national anthem and play in for the club church.
The man will not speak to us. The man cannot speak for the whole country. The only time you told when you go to a stupid place called church, I will keep calling it that because it is not a church. You're making mockery of God. You go to the place, you just insult people, you throw hints, you make threats, and you act like a clown. The man cannot speak for all my people. You gotta wait for Sunday for him to go preach before you hear something. Let's take some more calls there. VC President.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Bogart.
Yeah, good morning. Your name, where joining us from?
Well, Bogart, I just came calling from Johnson Street. And let me say good morning to Costa as well.
Good morning.
Well, Bogart, you know, the issue of the rice, you know, the issue have been, you know, for a long time I've been discussing a particular issue. Me, I hate to it myself. Because we have no one you should do. You know, I love the amount of these kind of sarcastic on the issue that going on. And I say, okay, who told you that you get pre-read? Who told?
You know, money these days, you know, the people in Georgia, I know how they're going in the country because they are going in the country on a partiality business. So, a bunch of incompetent people, Georgia, and pulling power. That's all it is. The issue solving the country. Seriously, cause that. Think for the time, man. Get the money, cause that. Think for the time.
Thank you so much. Let's take somebody from the WhatsApp number. Good morning.
Good morning, Boaga. How you doing?
I'm pretty well. Welcome. Your name is joining us from?
Thomas Williams calling from Minnesota. I want to thank Leader Henry Pedro Costa for one of the most effective ways to manage what we are experiencing. But if the government does not want to listen to Costa and still want to maintain her political stance, what government needs to do now is to bear the full consequences. And the consequences has to do with allowing the importer to increase their capacity of importation or increase the number of rest importer in the market. But mind you, it's going to increase the subsidy, and no government does not have that money to finance subsidy. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for calling in. We take more calls here. Just please in them.
So somebody say because 23,000 metric tons of rice came in, right? Somebody say it's 460,000 bags of rice or 50 kg bags. So basically, so the talking Liberians, we are consuming about 33,400 bags of rice a day. So, Baga, how long you think the rice will last us?
Not long, because now everybody. That's why I was saying, Costa.
The rice should last us for a couple of months, right? No,
yeah,
not a couple of months.
Couple of months.
33,400 bags of rice a day. So let's do the math. 33,400 times what? Times 30 days. Oh, but so they will only last us for about 2-3 weeks. Oh.
And now, Costa, here's the thing. People never.
Think the rice gonna last for long.
No, Costa, people never have rice home. So now, if the rest is there here, everybody will go for 2-3 bags to keep it. To make sure that, let me keep something here because anytime from now,
can afford it.
Yeah, anytime from now, we can go short of rice again. So they will not go for just a bag. They'll go for 2-3. Those who can afford, they'll go for 2-3 bags and keep it at home because they don't want to go short of rice anytime soon.
But this rice will last us for only 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So that 2 week wrap in it, Mawani happy that also 2 weeks. Baga, let go take some calls there. I mean, I just saw the thing on Facebook. People will start doing panic buying. As Stephen Johnson said, as Baga said, people will buy a lot. When you look, those who can afford, the rice will finish. Then there will be a scramble for it, Baga. There will be a scramble. People will be scrambling to buy it.
Exactly. Yeah. Good morning, Baga, and good morning, Costa.
Yeah, welcome.
Yes. Anyway, my name is Martin, man. I'm calling from down 19th Street. Yeah, thank you for the show this morning. And thank you for all the talking points. But my problem that I have it with Sir Joseph. Sir Joseph yesterday called after the show. He made the pronouncement that he didn't want to bring the arrest in the country, that we make sure that no one will be the current Sir Joseph want to claim to be a arrest hero. And the only part I had him feeling they won't pay for the rest issue. You want to clean the glory, and he will bring the rest in the country. We don't put a pause. Of course, the common ministry, they don't want to tell anything about it. But they don't start to just want to be the spokesman for them. And they don't start to just bring it right. They stop them.
He bring it right. Sajula bring it right. Now, what boss Sajula can bring?
Now, what boss?
I know, Pastor, yesterday you were on the show is that you don't want to tell that the rest of to the point of uploading the rest of Africa. So I want for you to be a real hero.
But you don't know Red Zero, the man can bring war boss. Yellow boss with the thing.
People $75. Said it was only charge people for $50. We are paying $70. It's our Joseph bosses. So I mean, that's a show what Sir Joseph. So I really want to know what Sir Joseph want to claim the hero of red shit.
Okay, thank you so much. Let me take somebody from the WhatsApp number. Good morning.
It's not easy on side just that. Same we announced it, we're running side on all kind of level. All kind of level you're on it. It's not easy.
Good morning, welcome.
Here, all can make a ref finish soon. Hell, he won't eat more rest than the average man. Baga.
Yeah.
And Sajala, he won't eat more rest than the average man.
Sure.
That's how they're all making a rest of finish. When you see that, then you let GV in it too. They let it go for confirmation hearing you ask the woman. Josephine Kwauge, he said, you can make GV look at that kind of thing. You're a senator in the Senate asking somebody in confirmation hearing whether the guy can make GV good. Yeah, Stevie Johnson. So I just long and eat 8 cup of red a day. Then he turn around, he swallow GB.
Let's take Dominic Nimley on this line. Good morning, brother. Welcome.
Good morning, Brighter, and good morning to Henry Petro Costa. The man that
good morning, my brother.
On the Liberian business setup. If you are one of the brain behind us being heard worldwide and nationwide in our country. Henry Costa. Thank you. And you have said it all this morning, Petro. The rest that is in town, I think, is insufficient. And our government needs to do more, especially those guys we call representatives and senators. They are not doing nothing to help the private sector, especially like owned businesses and the farmers as well. It is because of the rest, Costa Liberian are buying countries rest now. And if they can patronize those people, they will have money to bring in machines to do mechanizing farming while the government cannot patronize us. But right, Liberian or the AFL, the police and what have you, they should be giving their country rights. The government should patronize the farmers, the agricultural sector of Liberia, but they are not doing it. We get the huge amount of money coming in, but we don't know where it's going.
You're all right, my brother. Dominic, thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Law was all made law. A man that's Sajala, they want solo GB, let them solo GB. They might not be eating rice too. And you know what I mean? You can't swallow have a GB, then you go
eat. You go eat. Good morning. Where you joining us from?
Yeah, but this is DJ Lomé. And let me just take you to Brother Costa this morning. Look, they read the post to quality way. Costa from day one, Liberia, gas and rice. Liberia is the cheapest in West Africa setting. They always give it up. But they read this West Side, you say, OKFN yesterday talking about the rest is scam, the account on Ivory Coast because he said he was bringing the rest. He lied to the Liberian people that he was bringing rest. He bringing.
Can you imagine that?
So the Liberian
people,
he can lie. He's a liar, man, and this government is a liar. Nothing more we can get from them. So the election people worried, and the reason why they say, "Why is Marina Diesel dancing for rest?"
Yeah, but
free rest here. Japan can you free rest? China can you free rest? If we put it sort of be setting it, and then the rest, you don't be afraid. But your soul, your take of money, your bill, your house away.
Okay, thank you so much. You know, cause
wait. Let me listen to it. This Joseph actually opened a GB mob to say that he brought rest.
No, but Costa, if even he says so,
but
why would
you on radio to talk about rest?
No, but Costa, my point here is the journalist that interviewed him, if he was live on the radio, I didn't follow yesterday. The journalist that interviewed him should have put in, some checkpoint to make him know that, you are not the one that bringing rest in the country. Stop lying to the Liberian people. So why will you sit there, a man that is far away from rice importation, that only import buses?
I mean, because when he was saying that, I made a man scared, the man lying that he brought rest. Why was I be lying like that, poor guy? Going on radio and lying that I just brought rest. You want to bring rest shit because you can bring all yellow buses from America and expire medicine. They bought Bravo. Yeah, that ain't not calling. Sajula needs to choose. He won't be sheep, let him be sheep. He won't be goat, let him be goat. He can't eat rest, then he turn around and eat DB. You gotta choose one.
Brother, we specialize in all.
This man is so useless. a nominee for the board of commissioners of the National Elections Commission. It's before the Senate Committee for Confirmation hearing. And they reached to Sir Joseph to ask question. He looked at the guy, because the guy is Manu, Josephine Kouge. He asked Josephine Kouge, you can fake TV good? He won't go show any TV no more. But what kind of senator? Somebody go for confirmation hearing. You know, the man has so full benefit inside. So apparently, but on a serious level, SAR should stay away from the rice issue. He wants to. Do you know what he did the other day? Going into the port, that small right in the warehouse. You see him passing around now, and rice here, they get your right in your country, and you see him passing around. Sir Joseph should stay far away from the rice business. He has nothing to do with the rice. That's all you want to do, my sister. Yes,
no, they may want to be rice hero.
You won't be rice hero. You lie. The other hero, Bennett, you will not take it. Then you war boss hero. War boss. That's the one who gave you. You GB hero.
So somebody was cracking a joke. He said, Maryland man, he said, you know, honorable. He said, yeah. He said, honorable, thank you for the bosses. So,
I tell you to do my message. They're talking. But when you hear the man talking, ain't gonna make you want to laugh, man. How the man can be speaking so? They will make a pronounce word. You know, Dallas Dillon, right? You know, I can go. You know, you got Dillon. He can call Dillon Dillon.
Yeah, but I can call Natana Maggie. Say
Maggie. Yeah. I let you, man. Sir, just speaking. But on a serious level, Sir Joseph used to be thinking, say, this Senate thing here, that coronation for him.
Everlasting.
Yeah, no, he was thinking, say, 2023, they will just take it and give it to him. Soon we say we're running. My people that small, the way the Boston have been running, is about not eating acorn and selling GB every day, Sir Joseph not get dry. I swear. Because they both worry ahead. What's Sir Joseph going to rest warehouse and all, but he also going to rest warehouse.
They make it be on every radio station a few days. Sir Joseph, so you have your conversation on the issue about rice. You can be the radio station that people not even say listening to Sir Joseph.
The man will call in. But I ain't call into the Costa Show now. Ain't we talking about rice?
But let's Sir Joseph call me. Sir Joseph, my people, I'm not allowed to.
Yeah. Let the bugger call in. Sir Joseph, call in now. Call into the Costa Show. Let's talk about the rap in it. Yeah.
Sir,
you the one bringing rice.
Are you the importer of rice? Yes or no? We want to ask you a few questions.
Yes. Let him call back.
Yeah. When are we expecting the next consignment?
Thank you. And I ain't bringing one. I ain't tell when bringing the next one because we will eat it one in 2 weeks. Look, Bugger, you saw the picture I posted? Mawani going to the port and acting like a drag queen. Put a helmet on her head and have a rest here. Rest for 2 weeks, rest. Rest for 2 weeks, rest. Tell when the next ship coming. Tell, can't talk about rest here. Let's go take some calls here, boy. These people then just useless.
Sir Joseph, I'm still, expecting your call. Don't think that will not take you here.
That bugger will never call.
When you call me, I'll pull you through, sir. Yeah.
I mean, you want all the same data? I said we'll tell you data so you can call.
Yeah.
Maybe you eat a data money with GB.
So somebody said will end a joke. So Costa, so the guy saw Sir Joseph. He said, "Oh, honorable." Say, yeah, thank you for the bosses. Oh, he said, yeah. He said, honorable, that how much that will be paying for ride from Inton to Banave. They say will be paying $40, $50. They say, honorable, But most of a lot of bosses they just running in Maserado. Can you if the people of Pakistan some of the bosses is meant to be real, the road are down there, that road and now go for my bosses there to go there. How me you know you know the bosses are bringing it now strong and only go for the quota.
Sir Joseph. Mama, no. But guess what? Sir Joseph, that's not rich man. But boy, how does Sir Joseph make money? Because that's not his salary. How you building all those universities, boy? All those schools he building, the technical colleges. Where is he getting the money from, boy?
Costa, the man used Maserado County to go out there and advocate on our behalf when he
But
can't.
they getting money from the budget. Somehow Georgia giving me money. He and Thomas are there. Hey, man, Thomas are doing the same thing. Building university all over. Do you know Sir Joseph got about 10 trucks? ArcelorMittal is renting 10 trucks from Sir Joseph. 10 trucks. How is Sir Joseph getting all this money? He and Thomas Fala. Did you see the development Thomas Fala did in for ya? So I'm wondering, how do they get the money?
No, Costa, here is how Thomas Fala got his own money. Thomas Fala knew that he was contesting against.
Ways and Means Committee. Don't forget to say that one. Yeah, Chairman Ways and Means.
But Costa, Thomas Fala knew that he was running against Darius Dillon. So George Weah, Samuel Tue, Magio, they decided to support him financially. They gave him.
No, I agree they gave him money. But you know what made Thomas Fala rich? The chairman on Ways, Means
and Finance.
Yes, they the one make the appropriation.
So, because let me just end the story. So when they get huge amount of money to Thomas Fala, you know Thomas Fala is a smart guy. He look at it. He look at the terrain. Say, oh, they may not give me the money here to run campaign. But what I will do, I'll just print few T-shirts. I know that I can win Darius Dillon, but I will make it appear that we can go on the battlefield and we'll battle, but later on we'll fight, but later on I will not win. So he brought just few bags, motor bags, few T-shirts. He went China to go China to print T-shirts, but at least you can spend nothing much. So all the money they put gave him, the government gave him. George Weah, Nathaniel McGill, Samuel Tue, the board kept all that money because he know he will contest. He will contest in Lofa County. So the man say, I'm not using the money on Maserado because I know the people of Maserado will not vote me, even in my own district. When Darius Dillon can flock me in my own university, they play like I supposed to get vote more than Darius Dillon when they make it women there. So what become of the entire Maserado? So that was what Thomas Fala did, Costa. He kept all that money.
Yeah, but Baga, hold on. You make a lot of sense. Thomas Fala was already in the house. He was not too sure. The way he saw the Polita, the way we beat Polita, he had a market door.
Yeah.
We here, all we move from it. We put in the mud. Thomas Fala look at it alone. You know what Thomas Fala real plan was? To run in Lofa.
Yeah.
As representative in Foya. So Thomas Fala started doing everything in Foya, building this, building that, building all that kind of stuff. That was his long-term plan. He was eyeing Lofa. But he only wanted to try and lock in Maserado, but he was not sure he was going to win. You have a point. But Buakai, the way Thomas Fala really makes money, trust me, that committee called Ways, Means, and the budget. They the one do all the appropriation. Those boys will put all their private projects in the budget. All the projects in their district, they will put all in the budget. That way they steal money. So my point is, Sir Joseph now have all these universities and colleges he's building now, right? All these businesses, the truck business and all of that. He didn't have those businesses during Ellen time. How is he getting them now? Because they are in power and they are stealing from the country through the budget. Those boys control the budget, Buckeye. How you think Emmanuel Nugwe got rich? Nukwe was chairman on Ways, Means, and the Budget for 8 freaking years when Tyler was speaker. That's how the boys got rich. So that's how they steal. They will put money in the budget for their own projects. And the Ministry of Finance will have to release those funds, disperse those funds. That's how they got rich. Sir Joseph owns more than 10 dump trucks. ArcelorMittal is renting the trucks from Sir Joseph. Sir Joseph got how many colleges the man have built? Two or three?
They may having two. One and one.
Area,
yeah.
And the other one somewhere else. Isn't that the same thing Thomas Fala is doing?
That's the same thing.
The same Thomas Fala got the TFA University and the TFA Vocational School.
Mm-hmm.
That's how the boys are getting rich through the budget. Every night you see them, they got brand new car. You see Sardusa now, he drives a brand new vehicle. The boys are rich. So he thinks that being a senator is a power farm. But Sardusa will be retired in 2023. Let him go and run his colleges. Let him go and run his trucks. And he can do a war boss business. And everything that they're doing is in their own name. The colleges Sardusa built, are they for Monterey County?
Nope.
The buses are Sardusa brought. Are people riding them free?
No.
The trucks that ArcelorMittal renting from him, are they the money coming to Monserrato? No. They are using our resources to enrich themselves and thinking that they can use those resources to continue to stay in power. Sir Joseph, I'm my own man, the man was poor, I have nothing. How is it that overnight Sir Joseph has 2 colleges in Boca? They are doing all these projects at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
How is it that a man can be building 2 colleges at the same time, importing buses? He got 10 dump trucks, ArcelorMittal rents from him, and God knows what other projects Sir Joseph has. Then he has a construction company. Who knows what all these boys have?
They may open war boss company.
Yeah, they make a war boss company. Then they make it look like they are helping the people. They're not helping the people. They are benefiting from the people. They are milking the system. Boy, guy, that committee on Ways, Means, and the budget, they're not small committee there, boy, guy. Those boys can steal through that committee. So you see, Thomas Fala and Sir Joseph, there's 2 of the richest people in Liberia today. Those boys are stealing. So because Sir Joseph is a man, when they are making the different appropriations, they put money in it for their own institutions, for their private projects in the budget. That's what they do, Buckeye. Let's go back to the lines and take some more calls that we've got about 20 minutes ago. So what they are doing is that they are stealing, Buckeye. Stealing is what they are doing. Stealing through the budget. Nukwe, most of the stores at Omega Tower, they are owned by Nukwe. Nukwe has a trucking company. Nukwe is one of the richest Liberians today. Nukwe, Emmanuel Nukwe. The thing about him, he does not show off. So you may not know Nukwe is rich. Nukwe was chairman on Ways, Means, and the Budget for 8 years. When Alex Tyler was speaker, Nukwe got super rich from that position. Emmanuel Nukwe. That's how the boys get rich. Jeremiah Kuhn. Jeremiah Kuhn was co-chair in the House of Representatives. He was co-chair to Thomas Fala, co-chair on the budget committee. When no boys make, that's why you see Jeremiah Kuhn build a big hospital in Ganta. Then Sir Joseph connected him to the ambulance to bring the old ambulances too. He started bringing them in. Jeremiah Kuhn brought in those ambulances that they gave him as a gift. He sold them. The government wanted to buy some ambulances. He sold the ambulances. The ambulances he brought as a gift. Never even paid duty on them. He sold them and made money. He sold them to the government. These boys are crooks. And you see all of them. And they're talking about they want higher position in 20. They are sitting there thinking that 2029, after Joseph Boakai leaves power, one of them will be president. The likes of Edwin Snow.
Edwin Snow. That's his dream.
Dangerous crooks. They will never smell power beyond the positions they have now. They come in, look at me, Thomas Fala. Thomas Fala used to sell playing in Relay. Thomas Panga Fala was a damn plane seller in Relay. He was on the plank fee in Relay when they announced him representative. How is it that a man who once sold plank today owns 2 universities? He's a very rich man. See the development about there in Foya. Go to Foya and see the level of development Thomas Fala there in Foya. Lofa County. In a very short period of time. How do these boys get so rich overnight? How? Because they are stealing from us. You think all the lawmakers equal? Yeah, but just look at it and say, oh yeah, everybody in the house, everybody not eating the same way. The committees they find themselves on. These boys are on Ways, Means, and Finance. Let me tell you something. Here's what they do. Let me tell you what the boys can do. Somebody told me what Nukwe used to do. Representative John Brown will go to Nukwe during the budget period when they're crafting the budget, during the appropriation period. He said, my man, I want to do a project in my district, man. Can you put $200,000 in the budget for me? Nukwe will say, all right, I'll put 200. I will put 250 there. I will give you 175. Then I will take the other 75,000. Or I'll put 300,000 in the budget. I will give you 200. I will take my 100. That is how they make money, Bokai. They put money in the budget for you. Their colleagues go to them. And they put money in the budget for them. And guess what? Then they take some of the money for themselves. When the money is disbursed to you from the Ministry of Finance. That's what these boys do. That's how they have so much money. Because they are the ones that put projects in the budget for their colleagues. Now, another thing is this. You know why Nukwe was able to easily get elected senator in Magibi? Nukwe, during the 8 years as chairman on Ways, Means, and Finance and the budget, Nukwe used that period to do a lot of projects across Magibi, beyond his district. So we need to be checking on these guys. How can one lawmaker have 5 projects or 6 projects in one budget year? 6 projects that total the amount of about $1 million. But we look at one man, one representative has 5 different projects in one budget year, totaling approximately $1 million. We are making these boys race through our budget. And when you are friends with them, the guys on Ways, Means, and Finance the budget, yeah, that's true. So I mean, Tamafala also he got a water factory. Thank you. He has real estate. Go see the real estate guy in Johnsonville. Have you seen the properties Tamafala has in Johnsonville, guy? Go see the properties Thomas Fala has in Johnsonville. The boys are rich. What kind of boys are rich? That is why we forwarded Thomas Fala's name to the Americans for the Global Magnitsky Sanctions. I said they say we forwarded Thomas Fala's name for Global Magnitsky Sanctions. So when Thomas Fala on sanction, don't be wondering how. We forwarded his name and listed many of his assets to the Americans, the ones that we know of. Maybe you hear me? We forwarded Thomas Fala's name to the Global Magnitsky, to the people for Global Magnitsky Sanctions. They got to reward the man. The man went hard. They got to reward the man.
I think you need to ask Joseph then.
Thomas Fala is a rich guy. No, to be honest, we ain't sent Joseph name.
I think you need to.
Let him be bringing more war bosses. Let him be doing more stuff. We just watching him. But Thomas Fala una nipa a been in there long time. Thomas Fala was recommended, highly recommended. Emmanuel Nugwepa. That's something I want to say. I will not say it because he where he is right now, he will tell it in your trousers if I say the thing I want to talk about Nukwe. Something about Nukwe, if I say it, Nukwe will something will happen to him right now. So I don't want to say it. But Nukwe also was highly recommended for the Global Manisky. But the men were high. So we gotta certificate them. My people, Thomas Fala is a very rich guy. Sir Joseph is a wealthy guy. He wants your money. When look at your people, people like Dylan, then people plan to them, man. Dylan, they only collecting their salary. But these other guys I'm talking about, they control the budget. They don't want to decide what to put in the budget for their friends. Thomas Fala will be certificated man. The Global Manisky Sanction certificate for extraordinarily hard work in corruption. That is the title. The Global Manisky certificate for extraordinarily hard work in corruption. So is getting one of those certificates. Emmanuel Nugwe is getting one of those certificates. And my man Evan Snow. My favorite man Evan Snow. I love Evan Snow too bad. Evan Snow, your own certificate will put in gold frame. We'll put Evan Snow on a certificate in a gold frame. We'll go ahead and deliver it to him. Global Manisky, you know, Evan Snow, when he was denied the visa the last time, that when he got scared. Let me tell you something. All the people who are targeted for U.S. sanctions that require visa to come to America will not come to America because they will be denied visa because they are targeted for sanctions. All the people targeted for U.S. sanctions that want to come to America, that require visa to come to America, will not come to America. They will not be given visa. Every Snow, when you were denied visa, that bugger been worried ahead. He been worried ahead. Every Snow on a certificate will put it in gold frame. I don't want to buy the frame.
So who will give you the certificate that day? You carry all your
certificate. Who has special ceremony for Edwin Snow? The way I love Edwin Snow. Let me tell you something. I want you to hear it from me. On my list, I have a list in my head, and I will tell you, let them go do anything they want to do to me. You know what Edwin Snow scared of me is say he's supporting Sir Joseph?
Yeah.
But Edwin Snow knows when Henry Costa gets to the Senate, he knows what he will do. He knows when Henry Costa gets power. Now you're afraid. I have a list in my head. I call that list the enemies of Liberia blacklist. Enemies that must be contained, enemies that must be suppressed to ensure that they can no longer cause harm to the Republic.
That is number one.
That list is in my head. And I have the list in a particular order.
Alphabetical order?
No, not alphabetical order. Order of gravity of harm done by the individual. That the order I get it in. Number one on the list, but I can call it number one man on my list.
Edwin Snow.
Edwin Snow. The number two man on my list.
Is it Thomas
Benefit. The number two man on my list. The number three man on my list. But I want the American infinite dealing with it. They not do it west swear. They get drop at Tabe. Vanning Shamo. But Vanning Shamo not in nine. Pupu Plantoon.
Vanning Shamo not dead bed.
It's the number three man on my list. Tamapanga Fala. It's the number four man on my list. Sir Joseph, about 2023 will do it west swear. Let me tell you something. These enemies of Liberia, the only way Liberia will go anywhere, these Sanama Swan need to be castrated. Ellis Alana, nothing. That one there, you want, Ellis Alana, no harm to Liberia no more. Why you put on this?
Our man, Samuel Twe on your list. Samuel Twe.
I mean, you let me finish my list. You let me finish my list. The enemies of Liberia, all of them need to be lined up. I said we must shoot them all, but we need to put them in a position where they can no longer cause harm to what? What guy?
Liberia.
As long as these individuals are in the corridors of power, what guy? Liberia will not go anywhere. Buffer Chambers, all the guys. I mean, the list is long. What guy? My list is long. The list in my head. I call the list the enemies of Liberia blacklist. And these guys have to be dealt with. Look at that Sanama Swan Edwin Snowtopper, you won't be president in 2029. God have mercy. That one part, I will be rebel general. I will go in the bush and start war. I swear to God. Wallahi, if I not be general, change my name.
When Edwin Snow be president?
God forbid. God forbid. God forbid. I will be rebel general Pedro. Don Pedro. My man. You think Gange own our anything?
But the men to catch a man not be hard rare bombing. They poor bombing. They already suffering at that. So like, I want to anything say.
I talk about he won't be president. What kind of president? These are the boys who have held our country down. Edwin Snow has been involved in every bad deal. Every bad deal. When was the last time you heard Edwin Snow talking for the Liberian people, Boga?
Not a day.
All of you watching here. When was the last time you ever heard Edwin Snow open a mouth with a hell of a lip looking like a ganga ball? When you ever heard Edwin Snow open a mouth to talk for the Liberian people?
Like
he
drama.
Never speaks for the people. Never ever has Edwin Snow advocated for anything that benefits the people. All he wants is his own interest. Every government he won't be part of it. Every government he won't be part of it. He will find a way to be close to the president. Let Joseph Boga win. Let us send him one thing he can hear. I will kick his butt. I will put that kick in a ball when I see him near us.
Let
me see Edwin around. Eugene Nangbe, another man.
Yeah.
This man whole left as also government joining again.
Eugene Nangbe.
Eugene Nangbe is another enemy of Liberia. From one government to another government to another government, he just thinks he can be everywhere. But trust me, when Joseph Boaga wins, all the enemies of Liberia will be politically castrated. We will politically castrate them. They will no longer be in any position where they can milk the country. What nonsense. These boys are getting rich. We sat here, we saw these boys were poor. Boy, time of 2005, the boy were on the playing field. From the playing field to now, Edwin Snow, Tamafala Richmond. What did Edwin Snow have to have that kind of large farm there in bombing? Boy, see the mansion he built in bombing. He got all the houses everywhere. Where did he get the money from? He probably never had rubber farm. Eh? Let me tell you something. My own job, what I'm looking for power for, is to continue and castrate the enemies of Liberia. That's my own reason. The only way Liberia will grow, Liberia will move forward. All the enemies that have been holding the country down, the enemies of progress of Liberia need to be politically castrated. Musa Belete thinks that when he runs, and if he's lucky by hook or crook and trucks thousands of people into the play when he wins, he thinks that he will be able to leverage his position to get immunity from prosecution. He lied. We will drag that Sanama Swan to court. We will prosecute him for the millions of dollars that he's stolen from the country. Let me tell you something. They hate my God, so all these guys hate me. You know why they hate me? They hate me because they're afraid of me. They know that when Costa has power, they know, but they can't kill me. They can't do me any harm because the God that I serve, I don't go to Juju Mela, Musa Blade, and Edwin Snowden, who will be sacrificing a cow. I don't go to medicine man. I don't believe in medicine man. I believe in God. They cannot kill me. They cannot stop my shot. This is the time that God wants me to shine. When we get power, not if, when, because God has ordained it. We will destroy the enemies of Liberia so Liberia can move forward. That is the plan. That is the mission that God has put us on. These guys have to be destroyed before Liberia moves forward.
Yeah.
Can't talk about he won't be speaker. Can you imagine?
Yeah, Musa Belete won't be the
yeah,
he won't be the next.
He runs and becomes representative. He uses cash violence like he does everywhere, so that he can bulldoze his way to become speaker. Then President Joseph Yuma Bwaga now would be compelled to negotiate and deal with him because he is a speaker. God forbid Fiakmo. Senator Henry Costa and President Joseph Yuma Bwaga running the country, the republic. We will let that piece of Sanama Swan be what is speaker. God forbid. God forbid. You will never. If you manage to win in Nimba, if you manage by means of trucking, he told somebody in confidence, he said he planned to truck at least 6,000-7,000 people into Saklepi to register. Yes. Musa Belete will truck thousands of people into Saklepi, Nima County to register to vote.
And then Nimbani and Shini accept that because you saw the
They
case.
shouldn't agree with you,
remember in the election, you remember the case in Cape Mount where the people stopped people from crossing.
From crossing from Sierra Leone to register. Thank you.
To register. They stopped them. So the Nimbanian, you guys shouldn't sit there and allow this to happen.
You should not allow it.
Your constitutional right to elect who you want to be the next representative of that particular district in Nima County.
Don't allow that criminal ability to truck outsiders to come and influence your election, to impose himself on you all by trucking people in. That is sitting a friend every snow day. Truck a lot of people into bombing the high in one day. Do not allow it to happen. Do not allow it to happen. But Bwaka, that is my mission. Fellow Liberians, that is my mission. My mission, the reason we want, you know why Rawlings had to execute all those people before? Rawlings executed, let me tell you something. Let me just find it from Google. How many Ghanaian officials did Jerry Rawlings execute when he assumed power? I just asked Google. My man, Rawlings executed so many people. Bwaka. Rawlings executed so many people because some people just had to die. I'm not asking for that. I'm not able to kill nobody. But some people have to be castrated politically. In the case of Rawlings, my man, I just want to know about Rawlings killed.
Politically
my
killed.
Man. Huh?
He killed them politically.
Oh, no, Rawlings, he had them executed, including the father of Nana Akufo-Addo, the current president of Ghana. His father was executed by Jerry Rawlings. Isn't that small thing? Rawlings had those people executed because there is no way. Rawlings said the people were the enemies of Ghana. They were suppressing the country from moving forward. They refused the country. Many Edison does not want Liberia to prosper. He only wants to prosper because he survives in a country such as Liberia, where the system is broken, where there's no meritocracy. So you have to continue and castrate Edwin Snow politically. And Musa Belete brags about being a millionaire. He did that. Musa Belete is a wicked guy. You have to continue and castrate Musa Belete. All your assets, you freeze them for the millions he owes the republic. Let somebody stay in my way. Joseph Bwaga, president. Let somebody stay in my way and say, let leave Musa Belete alone. The way I will march into President Bwaga office, you will not even believe it. And Bwaga will owe me that because of what I'm doing for Joseph Bwaga. That's why I tell you. Some of you supporting Joseph Bwaga because you want job from Joseph Bwaga. I do not want job from Joseph Bwaga. I want Joseph Bwaga to strengthen my damn country. That's why I'm supporting Joseph Bwaga. And Joseph Bwaga must give me that. That is the contract Joseph Bwaga and I have signed. Give me a no-nonsense government. Zero tolerance on corruption. I am not supporting Joseph Bwaga to make me deputy minister. The people of Montserrat County will make me senator. They will give me my own mandate for 9 years by God's grace. So I will not need any favors from Joe Buckeye as president. All I will need from Joe Buckeye is to deliver on what Joe Buckeye has promised. That is what I will need. That is what I will need from Joe Buckeye. So you must sit down there. And if you think that you are as important, everybody in this game of politics, we're not equally important. Buckeye, you know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody does not contribute the same way. What Costa brings to the table, most people do not bring to the table. Call me arrogant. Say whatever you want to say. That is the fact of the matter. I could be supporting anybody else for president, but I chose to support Joe Buckeye because I believe he will do the right thing. And I will tell you this, when he wins and when he will, he must deliver. He must deliver, and I will be in the Senate. And if Buckeye fails to deliver, I will fight Joseph Buckeye. Let me tell you something. I will have the right to fight Joseph Buckeye because of the sacrifices that I have made to support Joseph Buckeye. I will have the right to fight his government, to attack his government if he fails. Did you just hear what I said?
Mm-hmm.
I speak my mind. I am not afraid of anybody. I'm doing this for my country, not for Joe Buckeye. I'm supporting Buckeye for the sake of my country, for my country. So when Joe Buckeye is president, and anybody wants to influence him to veer off, to stray from the agenda of no-nonsense governance, the agenda of zero tolerance on corruption, you will be my enemy. I will add you to my list of enemies.
Continue.
I'm not afraid of anybody. I don't want job from Joseph Buckeye. I want job from the Liberian people. And the Liberian people send me to the Senate and give me a 9-year mandate. When Joseph Buckeye leaves office in 2029, I will still be senator. I will be senator when he leaves office in 2029. I don't want to put myself in a position where I can be compromised. Oh, Minister Costa. Oh, look, somebody said, well, maybe our information minister. Do I look like a mouthpiece? You insult me. You look at me and call me information minister. Why should I be information minister? I want to be elected by the people myself. I want to be elected so that I can be answerable to the people, not to a president. I will not be answerable to a president. I'll be answerable to the people so that I will hold the president accountable because I am one of the people helping to make this president president. We are making sacrifices to make him president. So we will hold him accountable. Those of you around Joseph Buckeye now who are rubbing your palms in anticipation that when Buckeye wins, you come into hustle. You come and get rich too. You come and be rich. You come and be like Twe or you come and be like Mageo. Let me tell you something. I will deal with you publicly. I swear to anything. And I will not care if Joseph Buckeye backs you, I will deal with him too. Let me say this. If I know for a fact that you are corrupt, and Buckeye does not know, and I bring it to his attention with the evidence of your corruption, and he does not act, I will bundle you and Joseph Buckeye, and I will attack you. I am not in this thing for the same reasons many of you are. I am not in it for myself. Those of you who support me today, just know this. When Omen Buckeye wins, and you think I will be quiet, if his government is failing the Liberian people, you are mistaken. Just be prepared to turn against me. Because when Joe Buckeye wins, and the government is misbehaving, and they are not leading as he's promised, trust me, that government will be my enemy. Anybody that stands up against the Liberian people, that suppresses the people, that marginalizes them, any government that encourages and condones and participates in corruption, they will be my enemy. No matter whether I help to bring that government to power or not. Besides, I have ambitions beyond the Senate. You think I'm going to sit down in the Senate and keep quiet and see blatant corruption or governance abuses occur. Why I keep quiet? Because I don't want to offend the people in power, so that so that they will not cut me off. You think I will care? I will speak out, and the Liberian people will tell. Say, this guy helped to bring the government to power. Let me tell you something. I will not care. My support for Joe Barker is because of Liberia. That is my support for Joe Barker, because of my country. I will leave you with that this morning. God bless you. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.